So today, we're playing a Reaper, and we've got a deadly combo to showcase. We're wielding dual Poison Spears with Mr. Struggles. But here's the crazy part. The new Poison Spear self-inflicts poison on it. But then, Mr. Struggles inflicts that same poison back onto our opponents. This means we can stack even more poison on our enemies. But hey, check it out and let me know what you think of this build. Okay, so today we're going to be jumping into some on-ranked games with the Reaper, and we're going to be trying to sort out a build today. So we do start off, I'm going to grab a broom, we do have our flag Eric, and I do have a build idea in mind. But we'll see if we can actually get there. We're going to take in a garlic, we might as well take a pocket sand, let's roll for now. And a spear is exactly what I'm going to be looking for, because it is going to be a poison spear setup. I'm going to sell that pocket sand so we can grab it pretty much immediately. And yeah, I'll be moving on straight away. So we're going to be looking to craft up a poison spear setup. But can we survive going to begin this berserker? We should have a lot of damage with our spear and our broom. And we should have too much problem with our stamina in the first round. Just pausing the video here very quickly, just to ask you to subscribe. It really helps me out. Thanks. Now let's get back to the video. So not too bad. And that is a super early Hunger Blade, which is kind of absurd, but I do want to take a box of riches. And yeah, I'm going to be moving on. Now the best play would actually to be take that set of blueberries with the Hunger Blade and potentially craft up a staff type build. A Hunger Blade, Mana Thirst into a staff on healing. Does seem pretty awesome. Also, I just realized we could have had 2 star slots for a spear, but it didn't really matter going to begin this bonus. So not too bad. We could have something like this. If you want to grab our big old banana, I do want to grab another flag Garrick. I do want to grab a chipped emerald as well. And I do want to roll. And I do want to roll again. And holy moly, that's a freaking poison spear straight away. Which, yeah, I'm going to be taking. Now, I opted to have the 2 star slots instead of another flag Garrick. Because to be honest, that's only going to be 2 poison. Within a fight, maybe 3. By the time it actually activates. Well, we shred armor instead, but our opponent is putting up a good fight. Can we actually pull ahead? Barely. Barely pull ahead. Now we do have a choice to make, and honestly at this point, I think I'm going to take Blood Manipulation for a lot of stack and vampirism and some on healing shenanigans maybe. Yeah, let's take it. Now we do want to craft up that Poison Spear. And I do want to grab this Flawed Amethyst. So we're going to grab you, I will roll once, and yeah, I'm going to move on. But this Poison Spear is going to be inflicting a hell of a lot of poison on us. With our Amethyst, we should be able to cleanse a little bit of it. So it shouldn't be too bad overall. But our opponent does have spike shields. They do have double wooden swords. They do have that Picky Pinata. So we're going to get a ton of value once this breaks open. They also have 24 more life than us, but yeah, we still managed to pull ahead. And we got a Poison Spear. And this leather armor is looking pretty darn smashed because it does resist 3 debuffs. Are we going to take it? Not right now. Now we could also grab ourselves Holy Armor, which does pretty much the same thing, except it does cleanse. And I do want that. So we'll be taking it. I do want to grab ourselves a Pestilence Flask. I do want to sell that broom. I'm going to sell you, and you to grab this Pestilence Flask for now, but we are going to move on. So I definitely want to grab double Poison Spear. We do want to keep the Holy Armor for now because it does cleanse a lot of the poison that we do inflict with our Poison Spear. So this should be a fantastic mid-game weapon, allowing us to stack up a lot of poison on our opponents. So it shouldn't be too bad. And awesome. But hey, let's grab this bit of storage, which we're dying to get. Now I do want to add in a Gooberts. I do want to craft up a freaking Poison Gooberts. That's for sure. Now I do also want to sell this so we can grab another Chipped Amethyst too. But yeah, we're going to move on. So we definitely want to craft up Poison Gooberts. That way we can also inflict a ton of poison while also resisting a lot of poison. Or cleansing a poison. But our opponent does have Shelly. And Shelly is going to actually cleanse a lot of our poison. Which is not so great. It's also going to give him a ton of healing, but yeah, they're looking like they're pulling ahead. But that is a lot of poison. But unfortunately, Molten Spear, Burning Torch, it's just a lot of damage overall. So we still didn't fallen short. But hey, we did get our poison gubbers. I do want to grab this Amulet of Alchemy. I'm going to grab ourselves garlic as we roll for now. I would like to grab a second one, but we're going to have to leave for now. Let's keep rolling for now. And we can also craft up a moon armor, which, yeah, I'm down for. I also want to grab the deck of cards. I also want the stamina sack, but for now, I'm going to rock on with this. And we probably should also have our armor target our poison gubbers, since, yeah, for sure. Because that is going to be a trigger for our poison gubber. Now, I did opt to keep it in our Amulet of Alchemy because it does give us 1 or 3 buffs, which shouldn't be too bad overall. But our opponent is rocking so much garlics that they're going to have a lot of block. And also going to get rid of our poison straight away, because each one has a 30% chance to remove that vampirism. So not too bad. Now the reason why I wanted to go Poison Spear here is because I do want to grab Mr. Struggles. Because Mr. Struggles does inflict that same poison back at our opponents. We do want to grab you, and we're going to craft up that Moon Armor too. But I also want to grab Mr. Struggles, but we're going to take our deck of cards for now. We're going to take you out, and yeah, we're going to move on. So we're going to be increasing the speed of our Poison Spear. And if we self-inflict that poison, we should be able to inflict on our opponent as well. So yeah, we should be able to turbo inflict a ton of poison. But our opponent is stacking up a lot of spikes, which is not great, unfortunately. So we got our Moon Armor. We're going to grab you. We're going to grab you too. Let's roll for now. And yeah, that's that second spear, which we do want to grab. But unfortunately, I do want to reserve the set of blueberries because that is going to be a lot more block first. But actually, let's tell you to grab our set of blueberries and roll once, because we're going to need a lot of storage. I do want to grab Mr. Struggles. And yeah, let's keep moving for now. And once we craft up our second Poison Spear, we should be in an even better spot overall. But our opponent does have tons and tons of healing. They might be able to survive for quite some time, unfortunately. Yeah. We should be in a much better spot once we get ourselves that second Poison Spear in. And for now, I actually want to grab Dark Ritual. A Dark Ritual type build. Let's grab you. Let's grab Mr. Struggles. Let's roll for now. I'm going to set our garlic so we can grab our protectable purse as well. But unfortunately, I do want to add in a banana for now. I do want to reserve another set of blueberries, but yeah, we're going to be moving on once again. So we'll see how we get on with this for now. We should be able to remove a lot more buffs. We should be able to stack up a lot of poison. We should be able to cleanse a lot of our own poison too. With our Guberts and with our Moon Shields. And yeah, we're stacking up quite a bit of poison overall. So not too bad. Definitely not too bad. Let's grab our blueberries. Let's roll for now. Let's grab another fanny pack as we keep moving. And we could go for triple spear, but we don't exactly want that whatsoever. We do want to grab another leather bag. And we do want to start adding in our box riches once again. Now that's also Divine Potion, which does cleanse a lot more poison, but at this point, are we going to need it? Not right now. I do, however, want to grab more corrupted crystals. That is going to be our block stacking as well. Because if we turbo inflict a lot of debuffs, we do get tons and tons of block. So it shouldn't be too bad overall. But yeah, our opponent is actually dealing quite a bit of damage, so unfortunately, we just can't out-survive that. And we do end up falling short. Let's grab you for now. Let's roll. Unfortunately, we're getting really low storage. So not so great. We do want to grab another poison. Let's keep moving, and we could actually put this in our armor, but I'd much rather inflict more poison. Now, we'll reserve a Divine Potion on sale for 4. But we do have to move on. So we have 120 block. Our Corrupted Crystal should be able to generate up a lot of block first, because our Poison Spears are going to be inflicting quite a bit of block. Or a lot of poison, I mean. Along with our Gubert as well. But yeah, we're actually being a little bit more tanky as we inflict our poison. So not too bad overall. So, we're going to be taking this Dead Say. We're taking this Dead Say. We're going to change our whole build around for now. Yeah, we should be able to turbo inflict a ton of poison. Now, do you want a Demonic Flask? At this point, not right now. I do want to move on. I do want to grab our storage, but we'll see how we get on with this. We should be able to turbo inflict a ton of poison. And we'll see. We should be able to get a ton of block. Our opponent is going to be cleansing a lot of that poison with their Chilling Excalibur. But yeah, we're also going to be running out of stamina as well, since they do have a spike shield. But our main source of damage is going to be coming from that poison. And we'll see. That's a lot of poison stacked up and not too bad overall. Let's grab our storage. Let's also grab this too. And I do want to grab ourselves that Divine Paw. Now let's roll again. More blueberries. We definitely want that stamina sack. But unfortunately, let's keep moving for now. And we'll see. Our opponent is also going to be rocking a lot of poison, especially with the poison ivy, so inflicting that poison on ourselves is really not great. But that's a lot of poison stacked up super fast. And actually turned out to be kind of awesome. And overall, smashing. But yeah, we actually end up with 11 poison per second, which not too bad, definitely could be improved. But 45 damage dealt. Barely any heals. And a decent bit of block. But I do believe we can actually make this a lot crazier. Because we're going to grab the storage, we're going to grab the storage too, we're going to grab ourselves a set of blueberries. I do want to roll for now. And I do want to grab more Mr. Struggles. Now I also want to grab a big old banana because I do want more buff removal. However, we are going to begin an Ice Dragon Anvil with Crossblades. That's going to be a lot of damage. They're going to be stacking up a lot of max life. But they don't have really a great way to cleanse a lot of that poison. So can we survive long enough to inflict a turbo amount of poison? And let the poison do its work? Actually, not too bad. As long as we keep removing our opponent's buff. Let's grab Mr. Struggles. Let's grab a Chip Topaz. Let's grab you too. I'm going to take out our deck of cards as we roll for now. And we could craft up a King's Crown. And I think that's exactly what we're going to do. But for this round, I will be grabbing more storage. Yeah, for sure. Because then we can add our Corrupted Crystals into a King's Crown. And actually get a lot more block per debuff inflicted. And our opponent will have a ton of healing with Nocturnal Locklifter. They're going to be stacking up a lot of spike too. But as long as we have our Mrs. Struggles in, we do get rid of a lot of their buffs. However, they are healing for quite a bit, but we are stacking up that poison. But unfortunately, still not enough. So we still end up on shards. But hey, let's grab you. Let's roll one more time. We do want to grab another Mrs. Struggles, but yeah, again, we are going to move on. However, we are going to begin an Ice Dragon with a lot of frost on it, which is not so great. We do cleanse it pretty much immediately with our Divine Paw. But yeah, not too bad. We did get invulnerability, keeping ourselves alive as we inflict even more poison. And actually, turned out to be pretty darn smashing. And we got our King's Crown. But hey, we're going to grab you. We could grab a second Holy Armor. We're going to grab you too. We're going to grab Mr. Struggles. We're going to add you in for now. I'm not going to take the armor. Let's keep moving. Another Mr. Struggles. Hell yeah, all this buff removal is going to be extremely worth it. Now, we're not actually getting our block destroying with our Poison Spear, which is not so great to be quite honest. But we'll roll one more time. Perfect. And we do want to start adding this in and crafting up a little bit more stamina for ourselves. And we could also grab ourselves another Dead Sight, but we're not going to take that either. Now we did put a Dark Ritual in with a Dead Sight as well. I think that's going to be extremely valuable to us because we do inflict a turbo amount of debuffs with this too. And if it is going to be poison, it is going to be a lot of poison too, but we'll see which poison build comes out on top. Now they have a Serpent Staff with a Doom Cap, but we're actually turbo stacking a lot of poison, and holy moly, it is kind of crazy. We do have a lot of block with our Corrupted Crystals though, and actually, awesome. And honestly, at this point, I didn't even realize it was the final rounds, which is kind of crazy. For sure, but what a final round to actually end it on. Yeah, we definitely had some options left in our bag, but hey. 300 poison to 240 poison not too bad. So we actually ended up with 78 DPS, but the large majority of it being that poison, which is not too bad. As for heals, barely any. As for block, we ended up with a 60 block per second. Those corrupted crystals generating up 26 block per second since we turbo inflicted a lot of poison. Now at this point, I do want to check how much poison we actually managed to inflict. We started to inflict 21 poison per second, while our opponents inflicted 14 poison per second. So we actually ended up out-poisoning our opponent completely. But the funny thing is, the large majority of our poison actually came from Mr. Struggles. Because our opponent inflicts poison, we do inflict it back. Especially with our dead side, we actually inflicted twice as much back. So as you can see here, we self-inflicted 4 poison with our poison spear. And then our Mr. Struggles actually inflicted that 8 poison back. So actually a super awesome combo with the dead side and the spears. Because we're self-inflicting poison, we actually end up inflicting even more poison on our opponent. So we do inflict 6 poison. And then 8 more poison. So that is a 14 poison attack from our poison spear. Which is straight up absurd because then we gain a lot of block. But yeah, this build actually turned out to be kind of crazy. And definitely a super fun build. I'm going to leave it here for now. I just want to say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, or even consider subscribing. And I hope to keep a lookout for the next one. I'll see you next time. But hey, we're back in history and I'd like to see how we deal with some other builds. Some other round 18 builds. Now we are going to begin a Excalibur Serpent Staff. They're going to have a lot of cleansing, but can we survive long enough to turbo inflict a ton of poison? We do get our vulnerability. Our opponent is driving for quite some time. But yeah, shouldn't be too bad. We should be super tanky with the amount of block we are actually getting. And overall, looking pretty darn smart. Hold on a second. Smashing. Was looking super dicey there for a second, but that's 240 poison stacked up. But we'll see how we deal with this. Now, our opponent does have a Staff of Fire Burning Banner. But as long as we can keep getting rid of their buffs with our Mr. Struggles and we turbo inflict that poison, yeah, we should have no problem. Our opponent does cleanse a lot of that poison with that Sun Armor, but not looking too bad. The amount of poison that we do inflict, we actually get a turbo amount of block. And overall, smashing. This is a pretty solid build overall. But we'll see how we deal with this crazy looking Frostbite Cauldron Snow Stick type builds. Now they're going to be inflicting some frost, but our build right now is actually pretty good with dealing with a lot of debuff builds. So our opponent is actually going to be inflicting a crazy amount of debuffs on themselves. So overall, yeah, we should have no problem out surviving our opponents. Because they're slowing down the fights, but slowing down the fight is going to work in our favor. Since we just inflict a crazy amount of poison. So, definitely not too bad.